So right now it's finals week in college, and while I was finishing some of my final projects, I was sent a video called A Tour of My Minecraft Rail Network by Nubosaurus, and it was really charming. I really enjoyed it. And in that video, he had said that he was in development of creating an automatic junction system, as his was semi-automatic. I'll have it on, popping up on screen right now. Go check it out. It's a wonderful video. I really like the way that he formats it and prepares them. But it got me thinking, while I was doing my final project, I wonder if I could come up with a design for an automatic system, a fully automatic system, that sends you directly where you need to go without any stopping, without any inputs, so it's completely hands-free. Hey, this is me in post. I know it sounds like it was my original idea. No, in the video he clearly said that he has been designing a fully automatic one. This is just me thinking in my hubris that maybe I could come up with my own design. This isn't to say that this is completely original. I mean, I'm sure someone else had probably thought of it before, but this is just me testing my own ideas that I came up with. So while I was thinking, I got a couple ideas that popped in my mind, and I thought about using a moving storage entity, such as a minecart chest, that would hold the keys that would direct which direction you would go based on item sorters. So over here, what you'll find in my junction system is that I have two item sorters for each direction, correlating to each direction. So coming from the red direction, you would have the green option and the blue option. That would be straight and right. And depending on which one it would go to, it would change the artist north latch that was based off of the design that he had created in his tutorial video for those semi-automatic systems. And right here, the artist north latch is dictated based off of which item is sorted out, whether it is the green one or whether it is the blue one. So depending on which one is sent, it will change the direction of this. So right now we are sent to go straight. If I were to take one of the blue keys and toss it in, it would change directions to go to blue. Same as if I were to take from here and put this key in. This will work from any direction based on how it's set up. And all of the overflow from any of the directions would end up into these barrels. At the moment, I have no good way of getting the items out of the barrels and back into the station heads, but until then, it shouldn't be a huge issue, and I'll show you why in a bit. So over here would be one of the station heads. At its most simple, you would come over here, select which location you want to end up at, and then over here it would spit out the keys for it. You would just place it in this chest, place your key holder, and place your cart. Get in, hit the button, and you're off. And then once this key holder passes over the item sorters, then it will change its direction, and then both you and the key holder will go to your final destination. That would be the diamonds. And just to show that would work, I'll select another. We'll do gold this time, and I got two keys this time. Junction A West and Junction B West. This is because there are two junctions over there. You can see the first Junction A here, and then Junction B that's over there. In both cases, we want to go west to get to gold, and which is why we got both of those keys. So now going back into these, we can just hit go, and this Junction A was already primed to go to north. Going over the system, you can see that it will just elegantly go west. And we can continue forward to the second junction, in which case it would go west again. You can see right in here, the selecting system is pretty simple. You just have the buttons, bud powering a piston and a note block to update it, and setting forward a redstone block that would power these repeaters, going to a block that was here, that would power both of these droppers, that would go into the water system that come all the way up to here. And you can see inside of they are completely filled with all of their keys. So in theory, you are set to go on as many journeys as there are items in these droppers, so you wouldn't have to worry too much about restocking them, unless you're planning on taking these many trips, which would probably just be maybe a monthly or even yearly update to refill those. But you can see really quickly, if I were to select this one, it would go forward, toss in, and then it would come right back up through here. And then over here you can see these are all the different junctions. Junction A, north, east, and west. Junction B, east, south, and west. And then having different combinations would send you to which direction you need to go, just depending on which. And this is just the encoding system down there. And then as easily as it would be, you just come over here, go to the barrel, select, or grab the overflow, and bring it back to the junctions that they came from. Now to see this in a more automatic way, this is a automatic station head that would be very hands-free. So if I wanted to go to, we'll go all the way back to iron, which is where we just came from. Select it here. The chest minecart will be spat over here. It needs to have this little system because we can't get into this position otherwise. And you didn't see it, but the keys flew up over there into this hopper, which goes into the chest minecart. And this is a simple logic gates that would force this piston to stay forward, keeping this chest in a locked position. That will only be unlocked when we hit this button. Now, we have room for 3 carts, and we'll just select one. And then by hitting this button, it will unlock both at the same time. And then we can see really quick this second junction going across. There we go. And then over here, we can see it works in both directions. Now, without tearing this up, because I don't really feel like it, you can see that these buttons use the same bud powering note block technique that would power these rails, that would, power these redstone blocks, that would take the power away from here, which would let these light up, which would then spit out the same encoding system as we've been seeing before. They would travel up here into this hopper, and then it would go into the chest minecart, as we've seen before. Additionally, the retraction of these redstone blocks would power this redstone line. No matter which one gets pulled back, the redstone line would always be powered, going into this torch that would allow a chest minecart to be spat up onto this rail, which would put it into prime position. This is set up so that no matter which direction is pulled back, a chest minecart will always be selected. That is the first section of wiring. The second one is pretty simple, just trying to get a minecart to spit out here. That would be as simple as hitting this note block, observer line goes back through here, powers a single redstone piece of dust that would go into this block that would power this dispenser. Very modular, very simple. The next upgrade that I would probably make is an automatic minecart returning system using over here. There is already a chest or a barrel that will take out any minecarts that return. So then it comes down to that sorting system, which I haven't gotten to because I haven't felt like it. And then finally, we have this system. When the minecart is in its position, you can see that it is partially on this detector rail, and it is reading to see if there's items in it. Since there's items in it, it is depowering this redstone torch, saying that this should retract. If this hopper has any items in it, and there was some failure, in which case they weren't all able to transport down, or I tried hitting the button too quickly and all items hadn't been put into it, then this comparator would read that there's something in the hopper, powering this block, thereby powering the piston, locking the minecart. And then finally, if both scenarios are enact, where this block is not being powered, this redstone torch is not being powered, there is this final key, which is this redstone torch, which is linked up all the way, very simply, to this button. When that button is pressed, it will depower that torch, letting this piston finally retract. Additionally, I also have this observer line that runs into this really simple dropper and hopper thing that reads into here, which just has a redstone torch that powers all 3 of these rails. So that was a lot, and I'm probably not the best at explaining things, but I just was tinkering around, taking breaks from my studying and stuff, and this is just what I came up with. And I'm pretty happy with what happened and what I came up with, and I just kind of wanted to share it with you all. So, if you watched, thank you very much for watching, and if you felt inspired to make something yourself, then that is all I could ever have asked for. So thank you for watching, and go make something. Because simply creating something is the greatest thing you can do in this world.